What's going on, Leos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is your June 2024 love reading for Leos. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Crosswatchers, of course, are welcome. Singles in the beginning, couples having issues next. After that, we will do Celtic Cross and Oracle after. If you are interested in a personal reading, see the description box to book your appointment with me through the website. Everything is there in the description box for you, including my other websites in that link tree. If you're interested in catching me live on any other platform, be sure and hit that subscription button, that notification bell, so you can catch me live every single time I'm energetically called to come and bring you a reading. They are not scheduled, so you just need to tap that bell. If you're brand new, I appreciate your curiosity. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Cody. I'm your conscious soul reader. And again, this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, welcome back. Thank you all for your continued love and support. I am very grateful. Here we go. We're going to look into love for single Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And remember, if anything does not fit, please don't try and force it into your world. And these are for those placements. If you know your other placements, please be sure to go check out your other readings to put together a pretty good depiction of what could be happening for you. Let's get going. Okay. All right, Leo. Leo singles. What's going on for Leo singles? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right. The Five of Wands is trying to come out. Lots of drama. What do my single Leos need to know about themselves? Six of Pentacles. Okay. So in the past, you may have had some issues with maybe some power struggles with the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. We've got the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, right? You've chosen many times over to choose isolation versus trying to compete with your partner. It feels like you are very much secure with waiting until somebody is a very balanced individual and they are reciprocal. 6, 8, and 9 out here. 6, 8, 9. We have a 7. It's usually not far. King of Pentacles at the bottom. So you are looking for some equality in your new connection. There could be something here where you're attracting someone in and they may be showing you signs. Yeah, we've got, okay. Here's the Moon card as I'm just flipping around. Maybe showing you signs. So when we see red flags, right, this isn't like, oh, screw you, I'm out. This is an opportunity for you to talk about things and see if y'all can't come to some sort of an understanding. An understanding as I got the Page of Swords coming out. I'm just slipping over here in the reverse. Okay, what crosses or complements? Single Leos, crosses or complements. Single Leos, what crosses or complements? Stress. Empress, Seven of Wands, King of Swords. So, okay. King of Wands again, Knight of Swords, Page of Wands, Eight of Cups. Okay. So you are definitely gun shy. You're thinking very heavily about your partnership, whatever partnership that you could be moving into, or whatever partnership that you get into next. There are a lot of stipulations. That Eight of Pentacles earlier was about raising your standards because you've learned a lot, and you're dedicated to having something be completely and totally equal versus you ever just committing for the sake of being in a partnership, just to be in a partnership. So I'm showing here strongly that the equality is so important that it is kind of driving every single point of decision that you're thinking about. Like, you're laser focused on this. And so when we hyperfixate on, perfection, which is the Eight of Pentacles reversed, right? This is acute fixation on something being, perfect. If the Eight of Pentacles had reversed with that Four of Cups, I would have been like, wow, y'all have been scorned and you ain't taking no crap ever again. Let's see here. So what is the best possible outcome? So we want to be careful with that stress, okay? So you don't want to overthink it. You don't want to overthink it and automatically cast doubt onto people. When we get out of a relationship and we break apart from people, if you're in some zodiac, if you're in a relationship with the zodiac and you're just like, you'll hyper fixate on it. I'll go with Cancer. People pick on Cancer a lot. I'm a Cancer. People pick on Cancer for being crybabies, moody. I've been called a brat by a Leo before. And I come by it honestly. I'm like, that's, hey, that's fair. But, to what end do you evoke it out, right? So, so if you break apart from a Cancer and you're just like, that is a brat, and you kind of blanket them all in, that when you get out and you're just like, anybody who is a Cancer coming up, you're just like, oh no, hell no, I ain't touching that. Or, you come out of something and you're just like, all women are blah, or all men are blah. And so you just kind of blanket everybody in because of what you've been through before. Okay. So this closes you off and this makes you like laser hyper fixated on details and, you're hunting and searching and looking for any indication for you to just, kind of protect yourself. Okay. So let's see. What's the best that can be achieved? When we're over fixating on stress, anxiety, and fear, you are casting that out and projecting this onto others. This, in a sense, is, affecting it to where that's kind of what you're going to attract in no matter what. So, Queen of Wands, it's what you're going to attract in no matter what, when that's what you're fixated on, when that's where your focus lies. Okay. Interesting that we've had the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands float out. Fire sign. Okay, here we go. What's the best that can be achieved? Healing. Six of Swords. Oh gosh, yes. Oh gosh, yes. Oh gosh, yes. So these are polar opposites. Nine of Swords is sleepless, fear-ridden, overthinking, creating scenarios because of an idea or an experience that triggers a memory. That's that Nine of Swords, right? The Six of Swords is completely opposite of that. They want to pull away from the chaos and think clearly, process things in a lesson sort of way. So when we have sixes coming out, because we already have 2 6s out here, that's spirit trying to get your attention. Sevens are a call to action. Eights are about doing the action. Nines, of course, are about being almost, done with the whole cycle. Tens are completions. So when we're in the 6 energy, spirit is trying to get your attention, okay, to not put your focus into creating stressful situations or scenarios. I almost feel like I've been doing this whole thing without my microphone. Oh my gosh. My bad. So we want to be careful to not create stressful situations. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so new at this new microphone. I forgot wires. I forgot about wires, right? We don't deal with many wires unless we're charging something. So sixes are a call to action. Look who's back. King of Wands, speak of the devil. I was talking about him, and these are those lessons. These are those profound, deep lessons that we're learning here. There's that healing energy with the star card. This energy, this energy. This is about taking those lessons and then figuring out what you did before and not creating a new scenario out of fear, but conquering this new scenario because of what you learned, what you've experienced before, and how you're going to apply it this time or try a different approach to get a different outcome. Okay. So when we've learned these deep lessons and we are focusing in the correct way to come into a new union in a healthy way, an emotionally, mentally stable way, this is going to really allow you to create peace moving into a situation versus, oh, I've been through it. I mean, everybody's been through heartbreak and everybody's had some sort of pain. If you're in your 20s and 30s and 40s, then yeah, you've experienced probably some pretty deep heartbreak. Let's just be real. And everybody's gone through some sort of pain or suffering, and the healing part of the journey is crucial before we go out and mix new energies. So what spirit is asking for you to do, look, Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Hermit, right? It's just kind of get in touch with that core of yourself that is being triggered by these memories, and kind of sit back and look at that before we're going out and mixing new energies, right? Sometimes we will think, oh, I just got to move on. I just got to find somebody else, right? And so you think that this is going to help you to not have to deal with that again. But let's be serious. If you're blanketing everybody anyways, this is really not a good scenario to go out and look. Yeah, we've got the Ten of Cups reversing. This is really not a good scenario to go out and try to attract in, because this is going to still project, okay? So we're projecting fear. We're projecting anxiety. So then you're creating these scenarios because of what you're sending out. So being calm, being of peace, calming your mind, centering yourself, focusing on the lessons. Assigning yourself a period of being single is never a bad idea. If you need 6 weeks to just kind of decompress from things and just kind of get everything out, there's nothing wrong with that at all. 6 weeks, sometimes 6 months is a really healthy, kind of, depending on what you've been through, depending on how long your connection was. Okay. Get the Lover's card coming out. What's the foundation? Wands. Ooh, foundation. Queen of Swords. So the Four of Pentacles, the Tower, right? So this is where you're still holding on to the old chaos, the old traumas, the old issues. There's still stuff that's being held on to. And this Tower comes out to remind us that these are for lessons. This is for us experiencing a situation to learn how to rebuild, to learn how to detach, to learn how to not be so dependent upon something that is not meant to be, and understanding very clearly how to see it for what it is versus, imagining something for what you feel it could be. Okay, because the Queen of Swords is very, very clear thinking. This is somebody who approaches it with a very honest look, right? They look at it really, really honestly. And by honestly, I mean, this is also about having accountability. This is about you taking the time to really look at the true core of what the issues are, right? The issues are not the person. That's not the thing. It's not outside of self. It is self. It is always self, and how you choose to react to situations. I've got the Knight of Wands that came out in the beginning that just kind of floated out of the deck. That is Spirit saying that, you need to be nice and loose right now. Loose when it comes to connections, and very stern when it comes to focusing on learning, when it focusing on keeping your boundaries up right now. Because I don't feel, especially with the Four of Pentacles and the Tower coming out here, I don't feel like this is the energy in which you want to attract in. Because when we're in this low vibrational state of feeling stress, anxiety, and fear, you're creating a scenario where you could attract in somebody who's going to bring more lessons. Four of Cups falling out of here, more lessons, right? We've got, again, Five of Wands and the Star card, healing this past trauma, healing your combative mind. Your combative mind is what is going to prevent you from seeing things exactly how you should be looking at it. Instead of looking outward, it's always about looking inward. We have to look inward first. Queen of Wands out again. The Queen and King of Wands have just been here for you, Leo, here for you. What's that past energy? Yes, Ten of Wands. 10 of Wands, just battle for a long time. The Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the Magician card. Okay, so there's this forced effort, right, to kind of hope and pray that every single connection you get in is going to be the end all be all, right? This is going to be, this is it. This is my last first kiss, my last first kiss, my last first kiss. And it tends to be, responsibilities and burdens of you trying to, Ace of Cups to the Six of Wands, another 6, a third 6 out here, right? Of you just trying to, have that successful perfect type of connection. And it feels to me like this is being done from an approach of good intentions, of you feeling like, look, I'm here for it. I want security. I want that long-term effort. I want everything to kind of last. But the problem is that whenever we're trying to build with people who are not on the same page as us, right? When we're not in an alignment, this is a lesson for you, right? If you're confused, if you're feeling issues, if you're feeling resistance, if you're feeling any type of strife that cannot be solved, right? There are bigger problems that need to be looked at within each of you. And if each of you is not willing to go within and do that inner work to be able to figure out what needs to be fixed within self, then the connection is going to suffer because you're both not able to see clearly what the other person is experiencing based on your incompletion with self. So the 10 of Wands is just you struggling and struggling and struggling and taking on almost probably the entire relationship on your own shoulders to try to force it to be, to try to help it be, to try to make it be what you hoped and prayed and, were told that it should be. It's a lot of responsibility on your behalf. For a lot of you, it feels like, in the past, maybe you did a lot to try to appease your person. The foundation of the reason with the foundation of the reading, the reading is the Queen of Swords, about you needing complete and total honest clarity from anyone coming forward. Like, you speak your truth to people and you expect it back. And you're very telling in people that you're you've been through a lot and you're ready to receive people in, but you're very guarded and you're wanting people to be very upfront with you and very transparent with you in order for you to assess them easily here. I've got the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, Page of Cups, Chariot to the 4 of Wands, right? This is you, lots and lots and lots of talking, lots of conversations, like lots of communication here before anything is kind of moved towards. I feel like you're really protective of yourself right now because of still experiencing some triggers and some trauma here. What's that outcome? The future position, the outcome, future position. Okay, 2 of Cups is trying to come out. World card. Learning all those lessons, ending those old cycles. I mean, I feel like you're just focused on learning as much as you can. Spirit is asking you to be very honest with yourself about what your part in the relationship was. What was your part? What did you learn about yourself? Right? Because we can always look outward. We can always look outward and say, they were a piece of crap. They did this to me. They were cheating on me. They were running around on me. They were never a person of their word. They would always lie to me. I could never believe them. I could never trust them. Why did you allow it, right? Why did you look the other way for so long? Why did you accept this type of behavior? There's many things here. And then what did you learn about the situation? Did you learn anything about, enabling or maybe the way you were looking at it? You need to be more honest and take people at face value versus hoping and expecting more out of people, right? This is about you probably, hoping and wishing that people would be more like you, when in fact, not everybody is like you. And until somebody exactly matches your energy, that you need to be completely guarded and protected, and take your time to figure out what this energy exchange looks like prior to committing yourself through intimacy, through physical connection. This is about really learning everything you can about a person before you attach. I talk often in my lives about that 3-month rule, the 3-month rule about when you're dating and you're starting to get yourself back out there, don't just rush into physical intimacy. I mean, you shouldn't even be, according to a dating coach that I follow, who is, she's certified, she's got degrees, she's written many, many books, she's done the homework, Three of Pentacles coming out here, on what it takes to be successful in dating. She's a dating coach, and she's certified. She says 3 months, just like a company and a corporation does. 3 months, as that Three of Pentacles had come out, right? The average person, and I'm going to say average person, cannot keep up a facade of presenting their best self for more than 3 months. In that 3-month period, you're going to get comfortable with each other. You're going to start to let your guard down a little bit. We start to get a little bit more, friendly and talkative. Within 3 months, people are going to show their true color in one way or another. If you talk to this person enough, and if you're, trying to build a connection, then you are talking to them. You're courting each other. You're dating one another. You're getting to know each other. You're having lots of conversations. You're doing exchange. You're familiarizing yourself with this person, but you're also watching behavior. You're also watching how they react and how they behave during certain times and certain experiences. And what is, do they stay there? Are they able to catch that and correct it? Are they able to, maybe they just need to vent real quick and then they, back off of it? Are they, extremely over the top? Is this something that needs to be discussed? Many, many things, but this takes about 3 months, really. That's why companies do this. It's 3 months probationary, and then you start to accrue benefits, right? Same thing should go with dating. The average person cannot keep up this facade for 3 months. Now, when I say average person, I'm saying most people. There are, of course, there are those types of people who are master manipulators, and they will do whatever it takes to, keep up the juggling act of the facade for as long as possible. And sometimes, look at this. Yeah, big fat liars. Ace of Swords reversed. Big fat liars, like bringing in all kinds of lies to win you over and to try and have access to you, depending on who you are, what you are, what you got going on. But it's, you have to be really, really attuned to your vibration and to your that gut feeling that you have. And I won't call it intuition, because not everybody is attuned to their intuition, but we all have that gut feeling. We all have that kind of, that feeling and that nudge. Something makes you nervous and your heart starts to flutter and you start to feel off. If you feel like, you're sick to your stomach because something's coming up, these are all your gut feeling. This is your guides. This is somebody nudging you to kind of pay attention. Okay. And if you start to notice like signs, synchronicities, numbers, little warning things, you're starting to see a lot more of, say, you're watching television and you got 3 commercials in a row about, somebody's cheating and somebody's this, and it kind of triggers something in you, and you listen to that. These are messages. These are guides to kind of get your attention. So we have to be very attuned to our inner self and our vibration. And more importantly, the person's vibration. Your most authentic self is the purest vibration that a person can emit. And you can feel that, especially if you are quiet and calm within yourself as well. You can definitely pick up on that like a radar, right? That should ping when somebody is, being inauthentic. Okay. You feel it. You feel it. Okay. What's the outcome? What's the outcome for my single Leos? The outcome, future position. Wait and take your time so that you can see all perspectives of somebody. No, there's no rush. There's no rush at all. Nobody's waving a checkered flag at the end of the line, waiting on you. Oh my gosh, you're the last one here. About time. We're not going to give you crap for being, late to the wedding that you're supposed to be attending for self. We're always hearing about people like, I just want to find my person. I just want to hurry up and be, I just want to be married already. I just want to be settled already. Why are we rushing through the dating process? The dating and courting process is beautiful. This is a time for you to really test yourself on what you've learned, right? This is a part of you being able to really put it to the test. What have you figured out? What have you learned, right? Watching people, learning and applying this before you invest of yourself. It's a huge sacrifice. This is a huge chunk of yourself that you're choosing to give to another person. So Spirit is asking you to hold back and really, really be sure before we just, pinch our nose and jump into into the deep end. Okay. So good. Isn't it good? So you have to really pace yourself, fire sign. You have to pace yourself. There's nobody rushing you but you. This is your own feeling of absorbing everything else around you and letting it trigger and influence your decision making when there's no reason for that. We've got the Queen of Cups. Look at this, Knight of Swords, Magician. So if you're wanting that everlasting deep connection, that passionate, reciprocal, deep love, rushing into this and making quick decisions is a recipe for disaster. You're going to create a scenario where you could be, bringing in more lessons. You could be, generating. I almost want to say that you're just generating more lessons in a sense that you're bringing in people that really aren't measuring up to your worth. This Queen of Cups, this Queen of Swords, these are very high caliber type of energies. And when you're in a low vibration and you're just looking out there and you want your person already and you want to hurry up and be settled already and all that, you're rushing everything and you're slapping something together really fast. What you're telling universe is, I am insecure with myself and I need somebody outside of me to completely and make me feel happy, whole, and fulfilled. And this is a low vibrational state in which you will attract in more lessons. We're bringing in pages and knights presenting themselves to queen and king type energy, right? And again, there are no genders. There is no real status when it comes to tarot, but these are energies, right? People who really don't know a whole lot, who don't have a whole lot of experience, people who really aren't here for long-term connections, who are going to bring us more lessons and show us, things that maybe we haven't seen yet, that are going to show you real quick what else you need to know before you're ready to manifest and create that forever after. So this is a time for that magician energy to be very careful about what it is that they're wanting to create their environment in. Are you trying to rush it and slap it together and hurry up and get it going? Or are you wanting to make sure that this is going to be something that in fact is, your last first kiss, your last need to get to know somebody all over again, because you're taking your time to make that investment. This is a big sacrifice of time, of energy, of yourself, to be able to make sure that whatever you're going into is not going to put you in a state of limbo ever again, of having to see and figure out, let's see where this goes, which is basically accepting any old thing, without being certain of its exact resonation with you, your entire alignment to where this is a good investment versus you just, let's throw some spaghetti noodles at the wall and see how many stick. May the last noodle standing win, All right. So let's see here. Yeah, temperance again. Look at this. Patience. Patience is virtue. Patience is virtue. We don't want to bring in page energy. We don't want to bring in people who are just now figuring it out. We don't want to bring in people who are non-committal, who are careless with us, that will teach us even more profound, life-changing lessons. Okay. All right, let's get some, I'll do clarification because I kind of already know the outcome. Let's clarify and then we'll run out some oracle for your outcome. We'll look at your advice through oracle because we'll do the beach time soul for you. Tell me please about this Nine of Swords. What is this Nine of Swords energy for Leo? What is this Nine of Swords? King of Pentacles sideways, right? You're a little impatient. This is a little bit of impatience. You're worried about like investing of yourself. Also, dating is expensive, right? It's kind of annoying to have to put yourself out there all the time. For men, it's the date, the getting ready for that, the clothes. For women, it's the preparation. You're probably going to go and you know get the wax or get your hair done or buy a new outfit. I mean, there's a lot of investment in this, and presenting your best self, right? And this is why it's very important to let those 3 months go, because we're not going to go on a first date and be like, so tell me about yourself. Well, I have codependency issues. I have a bunch of debt. I have a lot of trauma I haven't solved. I have issues with my parents. My life has been a mess up until now, but we'll see where this goes. People aren't going to say that on the first date. These are things that you're going to have to uncover over time, right? But the investment of this over and over again, to keep doing this, over and over and over again, you're just really just kind of at your wit's end with having to reinvest and reinvent and recreate once and for all, again and again and again. Look, there you are, Leo. 7 of Swords at the bottom, right? Just dealing with, people who are trying to, some people are out there. I've seen this, where some people are just out there just trying to have dates so they can, get a meal or have a night out because they're lonely and they just want to go have a good time and they want to go brag about how much, they got this person to spend on them. I've seen some really toxic things out there. So you don't just want to jump in to a connection with somebody without figuring out first what their intentions are. If there is, connectivity, this takes time. It just takes time before you go and completely invest in the first step and then build from there. Okay. The first step is getting together for the connection, but building up to that is a discovery period of deciding whether or not to do that. Okay. Tell me what else about the 9 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. Again, holding back, being very reserved, and also being on a budget, right? It's expensive to date. It's expensive to put yourself out there. Look, to date, 3 of Pentacles. It is expensive to date. It's expensive to be out there right now. It's really kind of this major investment, and you're just really reserved about going out there and doing this thing all over again. When the King of Pentacles is sideways, this is, it's worth the investment if you're seeing the return through the getting to know one another period. But then, it's that 3-month thing, right? The trickiness and then the mask falling off eventually over time. It's daunting. I get it. It really is. I get it. Tell me about the 6 of Swords. We'll look at the 6 of Swords. Tell me about the 6 of Swords, please. Ooh. Tell me about the 6 of Swords. Six of Swords, Judgment. This is a major decision that needs to be made from a state of calm and peace, and also a healed mind. Knight of Pentacles, so slow. Because again, difficult decision. 2 of Swords is like single or in this. Am I going to stay single or am I going to jump in this? And decide and trying to figure out who this person is. You're blind to the truth in the beginning. You don't really see somebody for who they truly are. It takes time. You're going to have to focus on this person and really make that decision based on longevity and long term. It doesn't just, 3 dates and then we'll get physical. It's not like that. It should never be like that. 3 months, you shouldn't even kiss. You should barely touch. I was saying in my 3 months, I don't even want to hug or hold hands until I'm very, very, very sure about this person's energy. It takes a lot for me to, even exchange energy with my aura field, but that's not for everybody. But Oh shoot, I put those back in. I put the clarifiers right back in. It was judgment and I forget. Okay, so we're going to look at, because I'm channeling, it's gone. We're going to look at the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, please. Actually, no, we're going to go right here. Go to the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. There she is. Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. Got it. Queen of Swords, please. Two of Wands, difficult decision indeed. Difficult decision indeed. And also, this is about having really honest conversations right up front so that somebody can go ahead and choose whether or not to invest in this, right? All the time we want to, pretend and present or whatever. I'm the type of person, when I first meet you, I'm going to tell you everything, that I've been through that I consider to be, blemishes on my report. I've had a history, my darn self. Everybody's got a history, but I'm going to put it all out there right up front. This is who I am. This is what I've been through. Who I am now is, X, Y, and Z, but I've been through blah, 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 because I want to be completely and totally transparent. Because if this comes up later, I've already invested this time or whatever into this person. And they're just like, whoa, you've been to jail, or, you don't have a college degree, or, you've got this going on, or, for me, you can't have kids, I'm out. I don't want to deal with this. Right. So you want to have these conversations up front before you're investing a lot of your time. These are clear, open, transparent conversations so that you can make the best possible decision. Oh, Two of Swords, Two of Swords, Two of Wands, babe. Two of Swords, Two of Wands. Total and complete transparency. Tell me about the Ten of Wands now. We'll look at the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. Page of Swords reversed. Oh, so this is somebody who is they're kind of in waiting. Like, you're always waiting. You're waiting and waiting and waiting for, waiting and waiting and waiting for somebody to just kind of show. Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords reverse, for them to kind of show you exactly what it is that you're feeling off of them. So your past here with this Ten of Wands is you being in this constant pit of overwhelming responsibilities, of having to constantly check over your shoulder, right? For people who are trying to get away with things. These are people who are this is a very hypocritical, lying, manipulative individuals, right? That they someone who is disinterested with the feelings of others. They're very, very selfish, very self-absorbed type of people who are, trying to take advantage of you. These are people who are, probably entertaining other options. Ooh. So yeah, the past was triggering for you. This is very triggering for you. And this Ten of Wands is also about you being faced now with the burdens and the issues of having to, learn those tough lessons. Life is a series of tough lessons, and we're always going to be tested. But the important thing is to not see this as some sort of a daunting type of issue. These happened for you, to empower you, to teach you, to show you how strong you are, to elevate you, to be able to create a better version of what it is that you're trying to have happen for yourself. I've got the Eight of Cups, the Chariot, the Four of Wands out here, right? Detaching emotionally so that you can progress forward to create what it is you know you deserve versus what it is that you've kind of endured. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Three of Wands. 10 of Cups. Floated out. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Star card. And King of Swords. Okay. King of Swords is somebody who is very logical in this. You're removing all of your previous reasons for attaching to somebody, for superficiality, right? They're hot. They got a good car. They have a great job. They live in a nice neighborhood. They own a house. You know, they don't have kids. They got a banging body, something like this, you know, anything like that. Like you're moving away from these previous ways of which you were looking at connections, and you're being more hopeful that you being more logical is going to produce the results you're after, versus you looking at something with your passions and your emotional self. You're looking at things more logically. These individuals right here are so no nonsense. This is power through intelligence. This is knowledge. This is having knowledge to be able to create solid foundations of connections and partnerships from a place of knowing, from a place of peace, from a place of calm, from a place of being able to not be triggered anymore by what somebody says, thinks, or feels, right? You're able to look at what they're saying and how you're reacting to that versus, you know, reacting to what they said because of, you know, you being triggered by it. It's very different to actually approach this from an intelligent place of peace. It really, really is, versus you getting all up in your emotions and being hopeful for something, having such high hopes and expectations on another person to reciprocate and be like us is always going to set yourself up for disappointment. So looking at this honestly, having these clear, honest conversations right up front, being very, very careful to not just jump into anything because of a passionate connection, right? We just don't want to run on it and see, you know, let's see where this goes because you're hot, right? You're wanting to be way, way more intelligent about what it is you're creating. It's pretty cut and dry. It's pretty simple. With the swords out here, there's the Queen of Swords being clarified by the King of Swords. We've got the Queen of Swords over here again. And the King of Pentacles is here sideways. King of Pentacles, swords and pentacles are no nonsense, right? You've kind of taken your emotional self out of this, and you've taken that superficial, passionate self out of this. You're just like, those ain't it. That ain't working for me. And so now you're using a more logical approach, looking at things very, very honestly. Very honestly. Ascending fell out. Transcending. Preparing for union. Some sort of a new phase, a new way of doing things, right? You've ascended out from your old ways of how you build connections and looking at it way more intelligently. Way more intelligently. The Grim Reaper and Date were trying to come out. Doing things very differently. What else does Leo need to know? Self-indulgence. The Phoenix. To love. Addiction, karmic relationships, right? So this is what we're healing from, those triggers from those previous codependent chaser runner relationships. We've got boat and palm tree at the bottom with sunglasses and girl talk. So collective, you're preparing for union by focusing on your healing prior to committing to any one person. And I'm not saying that you have to be 100% healed. You just have to be deep into a deeper understanding of what you're learning about what you've been through. And then taking the opportunity to start to apply that moving forward. And if you feel like you're still being triggered by previous issues or whatever you've already gone through, if things aren't feeling, quite there, there's nothing saying that you cannot assign yourself a period of being alone, just so you can really, really work on yourself. You want to really, really work on yourself, because going through these karmic situations, these are feeling triggers. These are turmoil through resentment, through pain and suffering, right? And really kind of hanging on to this still, especially with the Four of Pentacles sitting out here. This stuff doesn't just go away. You don't just like flip a light switch and say, okay, I'm done with that person, whatever, it's all gone, it's all done, I'm good to go. We get really attached to certain connections, and Leo is a fixed sign and they're very loyal. So whenever they are in something and they decide on something, that's it, they're on lock. And when that is disappointing, or we tend to misjudge something, we don't tend to trust ourselves anymore. We tend to be very, very skeptical and start to look at everything from a blanketed sense of what we've already been through. But this is only for the lessons. You're supposed to let go. This is all a part of that lesson, is letting go and loving self. Loving self, whenever our love is not reciprocated in the way that we felt we deserved, you're being guided back to self to be able to learn those lessons, those harsh lessons about, how connected and how attached was I to somebody who was bringing me every reason in the world to let go. These are people that would, have a block about allowing you all the way in. They would block truths from you. They would keep secrets from you. These are people who would try to control you. These are people that would, you know, keep you in a state of wanting to chase or to run after them. I've got love, I like you from the Phoenix. Self-indulgence has come out after ascending. So self-indulgence, again, is that shadow work card, focusing on self, your self-worth. It's very important to mend and heal this part of ourselves before we go try to connect with other people, because that needs to be in a state of confidence. And if Leo has ever had a hit to their pride, it takes them a minute. It takes them just a second to go over, and I'll use all metaphors for Leos, lick their wounds and to kind of just let it heal for just a minute before you're ready, before you're proud enough, before you have your strength back to be able to get back out there. Okay. And this takes time, and that's okay. This time to heal is worth it for you to get back into your confidence here. The Phoenix is talking about this new phase. We have this out here twice, the Phoenix ascension. Phoenix is about growth and transformation and being able to understand what it is when something is blooming, how it is supposed to truly feel and how it's supposed to truly look. By not rushing into physical connection with anyone, we're able to truly see if there is a willingness to add intimacy to a blooming connection. This is about you really understanding who you are and what you deserve, and seeing it reciprocated and mirrored through another person. That is where we want to attach to. We've got boat and palm tree. The boat is about moving on, having closure, progression forward to a more stable and secure self, to be able to release these so that you are ready. And you are stable, right? The core of the palm tree is the root system. The hurricane comes through, blows it down. What's left standing? All the palm trees are left standing after the hurricane, because that root system, it's very stable. It's very securely grounded. And this takes time to put that root system into place. This takes time. We've got girl talk about being happily single and living in the moment. Sunglasses about focusing outward, right? When you're focusing outward, after you've had this time to really do the healing, focus on self and learn these lessons, then spirit is calling for you to start seeing what else is out there, to start looking outward, to start to see about getting back out there. It's literally about getting back out there, but it has to be done from a state of calm, healed peace. A calm, healed peace within you. If you're still feeling triggered, if you're still feeling resentment, anger, or frustration from something you've gone through, if you feel like you didn't deserve that, free will, you can do whatever you want, but I would highly recommend you take, 6 weeks, 6 months, somewhere in there to really process what you've just gone through and to be able to completely detach from the pain and the triggers, right? So that you can start to recognize them as they're coming up and how to approach them in a different way. Jess, singles. All right. Cute. All right, singles, that's for you, for my single Leos. And don't get discouraged by being single. Single is not an issue. Single is not a handicap. It's empowering. It's empowering for you to be very selective and to be very careful about where you're investing of yourself in the future, right? This is a powerful thing. You kind of hold the world in the palm of your hands. It's a very empowering to kind of have your choice and to be selective and to be very, very careful about who you're choosing to allow energetic exchange with. It's not just like, oh, thank God you're here. Let's hurry up and have fun and let's party. Let's do all the things, right? You want to be very, very selective and very protective. Very selective and very protective. There is not one single thing wrong with moving slow. I don't care what's out there. I don't care what everything is saying. I don't care all the temptation and all of the everything. Blinders to all the chaos. It's meant to distract you and to keep you in a state of lack. So be very mindful of that. Couples. So we're going to look at Leo couples. Let's grab a red deck for the modern love. We'll look at the modern love. If you're in a partnership and you are experiencing some issues, some trouble, some stress, we're going to look at that. If not, no worries. You can watch if you want. You can watch if you want. All right, here we go. So we're going to look at couples, partnerships, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So if you're in a partnership and you're experiencing some issues, this is probably for you. Check your other placements to see if you can't put together a good picture. If none of this resonates or only pieces or some of it does, I am honored. All right, let's look. Couples, partnerships of Leos. Ooh. Three of Swords. Here we go. Okay, Leos in partnership. What do they need to know? Two of Cups. Okay. All right. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Some quick decisions are being made. Y'all could be talking about traveling. I've got a Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, Page of Swords. Could be talking about traveling. The Eight of Wands and the Tomb Knights, I'm kind of getting travel, quick decisions, deciding if y'all are going to go somewhere. Let's see here. What crosses or complements Leos in partnerships? How funny, I'm talking about partnerships and I got the two of Cups. It's very good. All right. Oh, here we go. Eight of Cups. Like, look at this. They're moving. Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups, 8-8, action. Star card, Aquarius energy. What crosses or complements? Knight of Pentacles. Page of Cups, 10 of Wands, King of Pentacles. Okay, so there's definitely something here that requires a lot of work, a lot of focus. Could be a vacation that is very much needed right now, and you're maybe deciding if you're going to do a family vacation or if you're going to just do just you and your person, if you're going to go alone sometimes. This Knight of Pentacles is about very grounded, focused energy. So far, this is not bad. The 10 of Wands coming out. Here's the 10 of Pentacles. It's not bad. Okay. What's the best that can be achieved? Got the Hermit, Virgo energy. What's the best that can be achieved? Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Okay. So we're a little bit stuck. Trying to get away here. The Hanged Man's actually reversed. I feel like you guys are trying to get away. You're trying to get away from something, but you've been stuck. You're way too hunkered down. You've been closed off from having a good time, from having fun. It feels like maybe y'all have been out. Yeah, we've got the Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. Right, Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Maybe you haven't had the opportunity to be able to go do anything fun because maybe your money has been tight. Maybe things have been way too cut off, way too restricted. This is cute. I did another partnership reading about, of them wanting to start a family. So this could be very specific. We'll get some more cards out and see if I can't. Ooh, pull a picture. What is the foundation? Is this Hermit wants to be out here? Okay. Moon card and the Eight of Pentacles. What's the foundation? What's the foundation? What's the foundation? Seven of Wands. Six of Swords. So whatever this plan is for this couple, for this partnership, there is some issues about people being pretty stubborn for what the plan's supposed to be moving forward. I feel like everybody's kind of wanting their own way. And so it's maybe an issue trying to get everybody on the same page to focus on their a group collaborative thing, because we've got that Hermit card with the Moon and the Eight of Pentacles. This is about like figuring it out and working things through, but there's a lot of stress over, people kind of having their own individualized ideas or concepts of what needs to happen. I've got everybody really closed off and people feeling pretty disappointed. Again, Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups out here. But yeah, wanting their own way with the Seven of Wands out here, wanting their own way. Six of Swords, clarifying, is talking about, maybe even, not even speaking very much to one another because you're so dug down deep into wanting your way, right? All right. Bill's very fixed, like somebody's kind of got their mind made up. There is an opposition and you both are not really able to see eye to eye here. Tell me about that past energy. Six of Swords. Ten of Wands, Sun card, Ten of Pentacles. So it does look like in the past, you both were able to probably come to some peaceful resolutions together, united, to be able to come up with a really good plan forward. But ultimately, no matter how difficult it was, you both really committed here to reaching some sort of resolution that everybody could agree upon. Right, we've got her floating off towards the sun. We've got the sun in the middle, solid, secure decision where everybody is on board with this, no matter how difficult it is to get to that solution, no matter how difficult. It feels like in the past, things may have been much easier to be able to come to some sort of a resolution, but now we have a lot of resistance and people just kind of feeling like they really want what they want and they're not really considering everybody else. What's that future position? Future position, the outcome, future position. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles trying to come out. What's that future position, the outcome? The Magician. King of Cups, Five of Cups, Queen of Swords. Okay, so I think, so the King of Cups, while this is a very loving and kind, compassionate energy, it's also somebody who is, you know, they're very loving, but they're not super emotional. They have their emotional and mental self in check. This is a very balanced individual. While they do not come to you from a place of cruelty and rudeness, they're very sternly letting you know here that, you know, this plan is ultimately what is needing to be the focus on. The Four of Pentacles could be either, you know, people feeling very closed off to wanting to come to some sort of an agreement. For others of you, this is an inability to be able to come to a decision because of some sort of lack or some sort of inability to be able to produce results here with that Four of Pentacles. I've got the Three of Swords to the Two of Pentacles to the Eight of Swords back here. So it almost feels like you guys used to be able to come to solutions fairly easily. And now there is a lot of mirrored energy of you both kind of digging your heels in and demanding that your way be what is the ultimate decision for everybody. Maybe in the past you may have compromised, you know, way too much, or your person feels like they've compromised way too much, and now they've gotten a little bit more stubborn and a little bit more resistant to working so easily, right? Could be somebody who kind of went with the flow in the beginning, and now they've kind of changed it up, and they don't feel like they need to be so accommodating anymore, and they just feel like, you know, if you're, you know, giving and giving and giving of your, you have these expectations tied to giving of yourself, you will be disappointed. Ultimately, you will always be disappointed. You have to give, and you have to be able to do in your most authentic, purest form. Look at this, Two of Swords, Knight of Swords, like just kind of on block until your person realizes your worth or something like that. While I do see here that there is a very loving, focused energy, I'm definitely showing here that it is from a place of power and self-control. And it may not be received in the best way because somebody may be looking for that old way of compromise. And if somebody here is tired of compromising and never ever, you know, kind of having the pendulum sway in their way, and they're always kind of appeasing the other person, they're going to get a little less agreeable. Queen of Swords, Five of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Somebody tends to become less agreeable over time when we're always giving and we're always doing and we're always applying for other people's satisfaction over, you know, to the deck own, you know. And we're, you know, giving with the expectation that one day, someday, I'm going to get this back. One day, someday, I will have a return of my investment, right? You're looking for that return on your investment and you're kind of not getting it. You're getting a little bit more impatient, you know, the longer this has gone on. That Hanged Man is a very long-term energy of just kind of like, look, I've done, I've given, I'm just kind of, you know, this is a partnership. This is a partnership of two people. And there's this very fixed, stubborn, closed off decision making that could be happening, you know, before the other person is ever even considered. Okay. So I do see somebody is kind of like, they've kind of had it. They've kind of had it. They're over the giving and the giving and the giving. And I think that the way that this is being handled with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, something here is not being extremely, you know, sweet anymore. It's not so, you know, they kind of lost that loving feeling, and they're getting a little bit more stern and a little more like demanding on, okay, for the first, 6 months of this relationship, we've kind of been going in your way, in your favor, and it's my turn. Something like that. Or for the first 6 years, it's been all about you. I'm tired of it. It's done. That's over. Mm-hmm. The free ride is over. The brakes have been applied. This is done. So we have, okay, the High Priestess, 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, 4 of Swords, 444 out here. I do see there is this loving connection. The loving connection is the base and the foundation. And we do always want to tend to focus on the love, right? No matter what, we want to present ourselves from the most loving, positive, optimistic place, because this is how you manifest results. And this is how you truly get what you're after, is by remaining as loving and kind and high vibe as you possibly can. Let us clarify. I want to clarify some cards, and this is a clarification reading. I feel like there's a lot of advice in there, and I think the outcome will come from this. Look at the Hanged Man just sitting out here. All the other cards are in the correct direction. No, I spoke too soon. Most of them. Look, 2 of Wands. In or out. OCD attack. I am so sorry. Stand by. This must be from my live last night. It gets nuts. It gets a little crazy. I thought I straightened all my decks out this morning. I apologize. I guess that was Spirit saying, Oh, okay. All right. So let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. We'll clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Clarify Knight of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Clarify Knight of Pentacles. There you are showing up. New deck. Strength. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh. Clarify that Knight of Pentacles, please. And sacrifice, 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 sacrifice. Like stubborn, just, that's it. I want to return on what I've done, what I've given. I want the return, and I want it now. King of Cups. King of Wands. Yes, very sitting energy. 3 of Wands to the Sun card, to the Queen of Wands. Different deck. Leo, Leo. Fire, 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 fire. So with the Hanged Man clarifying, and 2 Kings. Kings are very masculine energy of providing, right? So you're providing a very focused decision here. While be it still in the energy of love and compassion, you're waiting. You're waiting for change to happen here. You're looking for some sort of different way from your person, from your partner, because of you pretty much you've been footing the bill for so long on giving and giving and giving, and now your hand is finally out. You're saying, my turn. Okay, it's my turn. Look at the 4 Pentacles. It's my turn. Okay. Tell me about the Hanged Man reverse. Hanged Man reverse. Judgment. Major awakening here. Major awakening, and things are finally coming into balance. This is like the reckoning. Okay, the reckoning. You're like, okay, I ain't happy and I want bliss. I want the bliss I was promised. This ends today. Look at all this major arcana. You're like, that's it. This is done. Free ride over. Immediately. This ends immediately. Wow. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Yo. Totally closed off. Like, it's like the free ride is over. You're just like, no. Nope, I'm done. The giving tree has shed all of its leaves. The bank of Leo is closed. Okay, tell me what the Seven of Wands. Tell me what the Seven of Wands. Okay, I wanted this one. Death card. Yeah, it's over. That is totally over. New, onward and upward. Six of Swords. Yeah, onward and upward. We ain't doing that no more. We ain't doing that no more. I want to go back to the way things were. I want to go back to the way things were. Six of Wands, full card. Back to the way things were. I'm noticing a difference. Look at the Devil card trying to come out. I'm noticing a difference. I don't like it. I liked it the way it was. Knight of Wands, Devil card. I liked it the way it was. Things have changed. Somebody here has gotten really used to getting their way, and over again, to the detriment of your happiness. Look at this. Two of Cups, Leo signs. Four of Wands, Seven of Cups, Three of Swords, Two of Swords, for crying out loud. Somebody's gotten their way for way too long. Okay, get back in there. Tell me about the Six of Swords from the past. These two just plopped out. Hermit card and the Eight of Wands. Like, you're just sitting here like, okay, I'll sit back and let you decide. I'll let you make the decisions. I'll hold back. We're good. Yeah, if that's what you want. And somebody here has just gotten away with it. They've just gotten away with it. And you're just like kind of sat in that energy for so long. Tell me about Six of Swords in the past. Why? Two of Wands reverses. Reversing. You've made up your mind here. Knight of Pentacles. Lovers. Putting my foot down. And this is a major decision. It almost feels like this decision was made without you before. And so you're kind of like, because of the partnership, you're making this decision on your own now. Like, you're like, this is supposed to be a partnership. This is supposed to be both of us in this. This is supposed to be both of us making decisions. Tower's trying to reverse on me. It's supposed to be both of us collaborating, working together. Tell me about this future, all of this. The King of Cups, Magician, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Tell me about these cards, please. New communication. The free ride's over. You're just holding back on responsibilities because the collaboration is what you are holding out for. Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. You're holding out for that collaboration. Oh my gosh. And again, different deck. Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords hanging out with each other with the Five of Wands, Six of Pentacles, right? Really wanting a different approach to this. Less of this impulsive, rapid decision making for the sake of one. Now everybody's going to be considered, and you're making sure of it. You're making sure of it, that all parties are considered. Everybody needs to be on board with decisions being made going forward. Nine of Wands out here. All parties. Okay. All right, let's look at some oracle to close out your reading here. I don't even know which one to use. I'll use the Love Oracle. We'll look at the Love Oracle to see what else you need to know. So I want to say here that, when we give and give and give of ourselves and we're not receiving in return, yes, this is very, very damaging. This is very, very problematic in that, it builds resentment. It builds frustration in the partnership. But it's also a very deep lesson for you to realize that, you need to be more clear speaking. You need to be more empowered by knowing that you have a voice as well. And while we can't really have control of our circumstances or situations, you do have control over yourself, over the way you choose to act or engage with other people. And if you feel like you're ever being disrespected, it's up to you to voice that. It's up to you to say something and to not let it fester and to not let too much time pass. Sometimes if people are just kind of going with the flow of status quo and you never said anything and you waited and you waited and you waited and you waited and then it kind of blows up, your person may be blindsided by this, by thinking, gosh, this is coming out of nowhere. I didn't really expect this. I thought things were good. Lo and behold, it's really actually not. We've got friends trying to come out. Thought we were friends. Okay, what else do Leo couples need to know? Leo couples, what else? One time through this deck, toxic relationship. Here in the upright. They said it won't be much. Yeah, mask and okay, fine. Surrender. That party at the bottom. Okay, toxic relationship. Ooh, relationship, crossroads, breakup, mask, surrender. Okay. Ooh, it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. I feel like, somebody here feels like they have just been completely misrepresented in this relationship. They are feeling very slighted. There's a crossroads here because you're feeling like, this wasn't always the case. This wasn't always the way this relationship was. How did it turn so toxic? And we have to really be accountable for our part in certain situations. If we allow and we appease and we get along for the sake of getting along, if you're the type of person who hates conflict and you just kind of go with the flow and you hold your tongue and you're lo and behold, below your breath, you're just kind of like festering and stewing and just kind of sitting there like, all right. I'm just going to take a mental note. You're making your little scorecard in your head. And this creates turmoil between you and your person when we're not speaking our authentic truth and being very clear and open in the moment. In the moment is so important to take care of something while it's happening, right? We have to be able to feel secure enough to be open and very candid with our partner, no matter what happens, because this is about how you're able to work together to come to a compromise where everybody's happy. We're not just, doing for somebody and allowing for somebody and just kind of like, all right, well, I'm making a list and I'm taking tallies. One of these days is going to be, I'm going to have a week of me because I've given so much to you, right? And so there's going to be a whole week or a month or a whole year is going to be about me, and you're just waiting. And when we don't say anything, we build up this resentment and we kind of sit here and conceal and disguise the fact that, we're sitting in this energy of like, just look, I am so frustrated with this. I don't know, should I be here? Should I not be here? Do you even love, you're just going through this in your head and you have to be very clear. You need to surrender to the situation, surrender to your ego, surrender to your pride, drop the need to, protect yourself from feeling or experiencing any conflict and just go with it. Just let go. Let go of the fear. Let go of the fear that somebody is going to not want to deal with this. They're not going to want to face this, or they may, decide, they don't even want to be in a relationship with you anymore because, they liked the way things are, right? I've got party, I've got truth, I've got mystery. So party is, this is like social gathering. Like, so this is for so long. Like you guys have presented yourselves in this certain way. And this new truth is kind of like, it's very confusing. It's very confusing for one of your persons. Oh, and here we go. Change, anxiety. So somebody here is just like, what do you mean? Like things have to change. I didn't know things were a problem. I didn't know there was a problem. We've got heartbreak also out here. Like somebody probably is pretty blindsided that there's a problem, there's an issue in this. We've got mask and crossroads. Anxiety, change. So I would just sit and have this conversation with your person. I would be very, very honest about how you feel, how long you've been feeling this way. Give examples, of ways that you have felt like something needs to happen. There's attention that needs to be paid to certain situations, and see if your person can't hear you and can't really understand where you're coming from and want to listen and hear you for what it is you're truly saying, versus them feeling, defensive over, them having it the way they've had it for so long. What a tangled web we weave, right? Oh, I've done this. I've done this before, and because I'm a giver and I have Virgo Venus, so I'm an acts of service type of person, and I really want to provide and do. And then I expect somebody to watch my example and to reciprocate, because we expect mirroring, right? Because we're projecting all the time. Every single person that we come into contact with, we're projecting what's inside of us onto that person. 9 times out of 10, there is a reciprocation that is expected whenever you go out. But the problem with that is that every single person also has the same experience that you're having. And so they're projecting onto you, and they have their own expectations, right? And so we have to get in sync and figure out where the connectivity is happening and where the disconnection is actually bringing you both apart, and then decide from there. Can we get this back on track, or should we then start to look at different ways of doing things? Okay. Very tough, honest conversation that needs to be had, unfortunately. Okay, Leos, I feel like that was your reading for the month of June. I thank y'all so much for tuning in, playing along. Again, if you're interested in a personal private reading, at the time of airing of this video, they are on sale for 30% off indefinitely. So be sure to book with me, get your chance to get on the schedule, as those will fill up pretty quickly. And also follow me on all my other platforms, as I am going live all the time, everywhere I possibly can. This is your chance to get a heavily, deeply discounted rate on my personal readings while I am live. Also, I'll answer free yes and no. One free yes and no. So give me a follow, hit those notification bells. Until next time, I'm wishing you all the love, abundance, and positive vibes you can possibly handle. Y'all take care. See you soon. Bye.